Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm back with something a little bit different. I don't know that I have shared this here on this channel. I have done it on my own personal channel, which is linked down below if you're curious about that. I put together this faith binder, so it's just kind of an A5 sized binder that I can stick pattern papers in. I ordered some dot grid papers to go in there. You could do something similar in any size binder that you want. You don't have to go all crazy, but I am using this to journal my prayers in it and sermon notes, and just it's my faith binder, so anything faith related, study notes, prayers, like I said, that kind of thing. And so today I'm going to do some prayer journaling, and I wanted to show you how quick and easy they can be. You can get all elaborate with all kinds of crazy things, but sometimes I just want to stick some things down, some pieces that are jumping out to me, and then have plenty of space to journal out, and that is what I'm going to do today. So I do have several of the printables already cut out from the Victorious set, and I wanted to kind of pull out some things from my stash because there is currently a up to 40% off sale happening over at Creative Retreat that does exclude the ink pads, and it does exclude this kit, but everything else that's in the shop as far as like stamps and enamels and things like that should be up to 40% off. And so I wanted to pull out some of the past ones and use them, mix and match, and show you some of the things that are in the shop that you can go over and get at a discounted price. And so I've pulled those together. I do believe Victorious is sold out in the physical kit, so this also was an opportunity to share with you the printables and some extra kit stuff so that maybe you could recreate something similar to this. So I have the 3x4 cards, and so I'm just going to create a little I don't know, just simple grid over here on the left hand side. I'm probably going to stitch these down and things like that. I already took one of the journaling cards and ran it through my typewriter and typed out Proverbs 4:25, which is one of the verses in the devotional content this month. The devotional is so good. It was written by Christina Fox. And so I just wanted to remind her, with all of the crazy stuff that's happening right now, holy moly, is it insane out there, just to keep my eyes forward, keep my focus on Jesus, keep my focus on the end game, which is heaven, eternal life with Jesus. So even though we can kind of get bogged down with everything that's going on in the here and now, we need to make sure that we're keeping our eyes forward, keeping our eyes on Jesus. And so I want that to be my focus. So this page will be primarily just, the die cuts and things. I'm gonna leave myself some journaling, gonna do some stamping. I've got some enamels pulled out and things like that. So let me go ahead, put you guys on fast forward, and we will put this super simple faith binder layout together. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out those pages to work on, which is another nice thing about working in that particular binder. And this is a great opportunity to use up some of those stickers that maybe are your favorites but didn't make it into a Bible journaling entry, or you just couldn't quite, make it work into the Bible journaling that you're doing. And so this gives you little, journaling cards, kind of, or little, individual Bible journaling pages on these cards. So I'm just going to create little focal areas on each one. So I pulled off one of those stickers, and now I'm just adding a mixture of enamel stickers. These colored ones did not come with the Victorious kit. They're from a past kit, and the colors aren't a perfect match, but you know what? I'm going to use them up. This is a great stash busting project. For this card here, I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing. So I am using a stamp positioning tool. This is not required. You can just, eyeball it because it's a clear stamp, but it just makes it a little bit easier for me. This particular stamp positioning tool is no longer available, but you can search them out on any of the crafting websites. And I'm inking up the word Victorious with some of that bonsai green ink from Creative Retreat, and it is a pigment ink. So I thought maybe I could attach some embossing powder directly to that pigment ink, but it's like 87 degrees in my house, so it instantly dried. So it didn't stick. So luckily, because I use my stamp positioning tool, I can just pop that back in. I'm going to go in and add a layer of clear embossing powder, or clear embossing ink, I should say, and stamp that, and then apply my clear embossing powder. And the only reason I'm doing this is it just kind of helps deepen the color of the ink and adds some interest to the card. It adds like a shiny, plasticky look to it, so it's not just, a flat stamping on a flat printed card. So this project overall only took about 30 minutes. So I had time to, do some extra embellishment and things like that. So I pulled out, like I said, a variety of stamp sets. The one that comes with Victorious does have some stars, but there's a past stamp set that has this little cluster of stars. So I pulled that out and stamping that in some pomegranate ink. from Creative Retreat. Again, the ink pads are not part of the sale, but there are lots of items that are part of the sale. So definitely head on over and take advantage of that. Past stamps, past stickers, maybe even some past kits. So stock up. These kits are perfectly sized for a project like this. If you're just wanting to prayer journal or do some study notes and want a little pop of color, these are perfect for this. Or if you have a bunch of leftover, and then you can kind of mix and match and do a project like this. So I'm adding a little bit of adhesive to the center of each one of these cards, but I am going to run this through my sewing machine. So I made the mistake my last project that I did. I added way too much adhesive before I put it through my sewing machine and gummed up my sewing machine. So try to use as little adhesive as possible. I took one of those little tags from the printable and attached that with a paper clip, and I actually stitched right over the top of the paper clip. That way everything's secure. I don't have to worry about anything falling off of this page. It looks like a mess on the back. Don't worry. I adhere my pages together in my binder, so it doesn't matter what's on the back. I'm just using my finger to kind of ruffle up the edges of the cards just to add a little bit of texture to them, help them pop up off of there. Again, just, it's not a super long, laborious project, so you can take your time and do some of these things that maybe you don't do in big, giant Bible journaling pages that you do. So the opposite side of the page is going to be very, very simple because this is where all my prayer journaling is going to go. So I've used another one of the stickers from the kit. I pulled out this little crown stamp from a past stamp set, added that embellishment, and then we're going to mix and match and create a little phrase here. So there is a piece in the Victorious set that says, my eyes on you. And I'm going to pair that with that word Lord from one of those past sets. That stamp set in particular with the florals and the word Lord and Christ is one of my favorites. I use those florals as often as I can because they're good. It's a good stamp set. And I checked and it is still in stock at the time of filming this video. So I'm just mixing and matching some of the Creative Retreat inks with some black ink, and then I'll bring in some alpha stickers. So it'll say, fix my eyes on you, Lord. And like I said, just reminding myself to keep my eyes fixed on him in all things, even when things get overwhelming and crazy. I want to make sure that I'm keeping my eye on him always. I'm going to add this little border piece down at the bottom. This is a much older stamp set, but it is still in stock as well. So you can grab this one. And I'm trying to bring over as many colors to this right side of the page as I can from the left side. So I'm, again, mixing and matching. This is the Powder Puff Blue ink pad. I'm stamping that down below. And then I can pop these back in. I'm going to do my journaling off camera just because it's a little bit more private in this particular binder. But here I'm just attaching my 2 pages back to back. That hides any messiness and also just kind of reinforces the pages so they're nice and thick. And there you go. Super simple. Like I said, it took less than 30 minutes. Definitely head on over to the Creative Retreat website and check out the digital options. Take advantage of that up to 40% off sale that's going on right now. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used in this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.